Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I posted something, but just kind of want to get this video out there of I'm gonna post my blood work, and so here it is. And I'll post all the panels probably on the side right over here, but of like what my blood work looked like, and I'll try to go over some of the details of what it is and how it is. But to say the least, though, so I just came off. So this is blood work being completely off for almost a month and a half. No testosterone injections whatsoever. And this is what it looked like. My test and free test were basically, you want to say, shut down. So I am doing some things to mitigate these and get them better, get them up, everything like that. But to say the least, I'd been off for a month and a half, and to say I've completely shut myself down would be an understatement. But I will say this, I didn't have very many side effects coming off. Of course, I have lost some muscle size, as be expected. I have lost a little bit of energy, is a little bit more tired. That's also to be expected when coming off. And then but overall, I will say, but those are the mainly two side effects that I have. Let me get back to that. Those are the only two major side effects that I have, and recovery, of course. But it's not a side effect. That's just coming off a prep cycle. You're not going to be recovering. You're not on any of those super subs, PEDs, or anything like that. You're literally just trying to get yourself healthy, in a good range. Everything's still back into functioning levels, and for my test being in the red at 41 nanograms per deciliter with a free T of 6.2, which is very, very low. I mean, those are like very low. I'm pretty sure my 3-year-old daughter probably has more testosterone than I do, which is sad. But it is what it is. It is part of coming off, but it is part of also cutting off and becoming healthy as well. I need my markers to be in a healthy range. I need them to be I need to be able to, get functioning and everything like that. Now, saying that though, I still have a libido. I still have everything else. Like my sex. This is not a end all be all thing. But my sex drive, even after being off, is still up here. Like I still have a high sex drive. It has not changed. Literally, I thought, I looked at my test. I was like, wow, I shouldn't have a sex drive. I should not be functioning male at this point, actually. But I am, and I'm still functioning very well. So, but this may be accredited to being my SHBG, which is my sex hormone binding globulin, being more on the lower side of things and being healthy. That may be why I still have a sex drive. And then my LDL, HDL, everything like that was actually really, really well. So I'm really proud of that. That means I did take very good precautions, even coming off, to keep myself healthy and keep myself within a good range. Liver enzymes were good. They weren't highly elevated. They were actually in a green range, which is really, really good. But saying that though, blood work is just a snapshot of what it is at that time. I did my blood work fasted, of course, which is what they require. So I did it fasted. The only thing I ate the night before, which I didn't do blood work till 12 to 14 hours later, if I remember right. But before that, I literally had a pretty decent, healthy meal of just some ground beef, rice, and and some veggies, and that was it. You know, it wasn't anything like, you know, super heavy. You know, nothing that would suppress me. Anything like eating like a really bad meal of like, say, like McDonald's or something like that. When you eat those kind of foods, when it suppresses your testosterone, and the fact that I ate that very early in the night and I didn't eat anything else after that, I think, you know, that right there wasn't going to affect my blood work at all. Now saying that, you know, there's some you know, other things that, like, you know, just I want to get my test up enough. So we are working on like a PCT protocol, basically, to where I am going to be getting everything in check, making sure everything gets back into normal range. I'll probably be running some like HCG and some Clomid just to kind of keep myself get back into a normal functioning range, of course, as a male. That's to say, if it does come back, you know, this is the second time like I've come off being completely really low. The first time was when I first cycled for my first show, my first ever show last year, and when I came off then, I was at a 96 nanogram per deciliter test, and I don't remember what my free T was at the time, but if I remember right, it was still really low. So those are things like that, you know, I don't know if I feel like I shouldn't be dropping that quickly, with even coming off for just a month and a half now. Actually, about 2 months now. But at the time of that, it was a month and a half off with my last injection before. You know, I did my last injection the Sunday before the show, the week of that show. So it was my last injection. The rest of the time I was running orals the whole time. So, he said, that being said, I'm not 100% for sure of like why I'm dropping so quickly. I mean, I get it. I'm shutting myself down by exogenously putting testosterone through my body, but the way I'm coming off it seems so weird that I get completely shut down, but I still have a sex drive. So I don't know if it's just how my body reacts to it. Go it's a genetic thing. I don't know. But it is something I'm going to be looking into. I'm actually seeing my doctor today. We're gonna go over my blood work, see what we want to do. I like to keep my doctor informed. Luckily, my doctor is very understandable of the sport I'm in, and he doesn't care what I do as long as I do it healthily, or as healthy as possible. Let me rephrase that. Not healthy, because it's not very healthy, but as healthy as possible by keeping current blood work up and everything like that. So I think we're going to start scheduling blood work probably every 3 months. I get myself checked every 3 months, especially when I'm on and then when I'm coming off and things like that. So that's one thing I need to get checked. Is the one thing I should have done during this last cycle or this last prep is I should have gotten checked throughout while prepping for the show. Unfortunately, I did not do that, and that's my own fault, and I will take full responsibility of that. And I think from now on, I will schedule everything every 3 months. So that means I'll have blood work 4 times a year, and get everything mitigated that way. That way I can find out what's going on throughout and make sure I can always mitigate, you know, either side effects. That way, if my estrogen is too high, I can always either add in an AI or something of the sort to keep myself from either, you know, keeping my hormone levels in check and everything like that. So, but like I said, I just want to get a video out here. I might go a little bit more in depth on my blood work and everything like that. But I mean, if you want to get a little bit more in depth on blood works and things like that, Derek from More Plates More Dates, of course, you should know him by now. But he does a more in-depth thing on like how the functionings of blood work should go and how you should order for your blood work as well when you do it. But he does delve into more of the pharmacology aspect of it too as well. I'm not quite there yet. I don't know much. I still do my research though on certain compounds and certain PEDs, of course. But that being said, you know, like I said, I still feel good. I still have a decent amount. Like I said, low energy, of course, but not like super low. I wouldn't say like super low. Sometimes it just takes like a little bit of caffeine to get me going, so can't beat that. But you know, it is what it is. Just want to get a video out there for you, and want guys to remind you to train insane.